this is Jordan, aka Mary Helsing, and today I am once again going to be asking some questions depending on a certain theme, and today's theme is, you guessed it, Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait, just you wait. Jeez. Okay, that was just a little awkward, but yes, today's theme is Hamilton, which is one of the biggest Broadway musicals that has just been out for like 3 years, and I'm finally doing it. I'm finally going to be answering some questions, but let's get started. Yes! Question 1. How did you find out about Hamilton? Okay, so the first time I found out about Hamilton was that I was actually looking around and I was noticing the poster pop up everywhere, and I heard a lot of people online just talking about it, and I was actually a little like confused, like, why is everybody talking about this musical? So I was actually curious that I wanted to check out the musical for myself. It was like they had like the album like posted somewhere on YouTube, and I decided to like take a listen to it with my headphones on, and as I was listening to it, I became so engrossed with the story within the musical. And it was like a combination of Shakespeare and hip-hop mixed with American history and like some references to other musicals like Rent. And to be honest, ever since I listened to this musical for the first time, I became such a fan that I really turned on to my parents to this musical. It was a very original musical, and I'm very proud to be a fan of it. Question 2. Favorite character? Well, obviously I'm gonna have to say Alexander Hamilton is one of my favorite characters in the musical, because clearly the musical is about him, and it was all about how he managed to persevere and overcome a lot of obstacles in his life by working hard and succeeding into becoming one of the founders who helped create America as a country. And also another thing that's fascinating is that, like everyone, he too went through a lot of trials and tribulations in his life, but that was what made him so fascinating, because it made him a very human character, and I really fell in love with this character. Question 3. Character you would want to play? I'm gonna have to say Angelica Schuyler, because not only is she a badass and complicated character, she is the person who would do anything to help her sisters, and she sticks up for them. And also, she's the one who has the most badass songs ever. You know what I mean? We're looking for a mind at work. We're looking for a mind at work. And also, she is someone you don't want to mess with, because if you mess with her sisters, she will mess you up. Question 4. Favorite song to listen to? Oh man, if I had to pick one song out of all the songs in Hamilton that I would listen to, it would have to be Nonstop, because in a way, it's almost kind of like you're listening to a symphony at an orchestra. You know what I mean? Because throughout the song, you get many different pieces of music overlapping each other, and Lin-Manuel Miranda combines them all like a scientist looking for the right combination and the right tune, and it's like so beautiful to listen to. And also, it's the climax of the whole play, because it foreshadows what's going to happen in Hamilton's life while he is writing the 51 articles defending the Constitution. Question 5. Favorite song to sing along with? I actually have 2 favorite songs that I can't help but sing along to. The first one is the Schuyler Sisters, because it's a very empowering song for women, and it always has that very Destiny's Child flair, and it has some really sassy lyrics, and I just can't help but like sing along to it. Like whenever that comes on, I just like can't help but like move to the beat, you know what I mean? The second song that I can't help but sing along to is You'll Be Back, which is King George's song, because it's almost like a parody of the British monarchy, but it's also loosely based on the sound of the British invasion during the 1960s, like the Beatles, for example. It's like a a very campy song, and it's like fun and slightly dark because it's King George. Like, in a way, it's almost kind of like it's a villain song, but at the same time, it is so funny to listen to because you can't help but laugh while you sing along. Question 6. Part you always mess up when you're singing along. You know, honestly, despite me wearing the Rise Up t-shirt, the one song that I always keep messing up is My Shot. Now, I know that it is a very iconic song, but the problem is I have a lot of trouble trying to stay on the beat while I try to sing along with it, which is why I kind of really sing along with the chorus as well as trying to sing along to the verses. Question 7. Can you rap guns and ships? You know, unfortunately, I can't because that song is the equivalent to a difficult math problem. Like, the real reason I can't is because that song is like so darn fast and you have to like have really mad rap skills in order to do that one. And the truth is, I'm not really that much of a rapper. But then again, on the bright side, I listen to that album so much that I go on genius.com to look up the lyrics so I can like be able to like read, sing along, and even rap to the songs while I'm listening to the album. And it's really helpful to me because they say practice makes perfect. You always gotta keep practicing, and it's not a bad thing. Question 8. Which cast member would you most want to meet? Oh man, if I had a chance, I would totally love to meet the original cast of Hamilton. And that would include Lin-Manuel Miranda, Leslie Odom Jr., Philippa Sue, Jonathan Groff, and all these talented people. And who knows, if they were around somewhere in New York City, or even like that place Broadway Con, which is a Broadway convention that celebrates musicals, I would do anything to like meet up with these people and tell them thank you so much for changing my life, because these are the people who worked together to make this show possible, and I have to thank the original cast for making it real. Question 9. Have you seen the show? Oh yes, I did get to see the show for the first time, and let me tell you, I loved it. It was perfection. I loved it. So anyways, let me just give you a quick review of what I thought about this show, okay? Here's the thing, what I really loved about this show. Despite it being a very simple set, I really loved how they did so many creative things with it, such as the floor moving around to represent time, and also with the lighting techniques, especially when they're done at the right time. And also the dancing was just synced up beautifully, going according to the lyrics, especially in Satisfied, when like they actually had to dance and move backwards, going back in time to go right back to the scene where we left off. And that was just eye-opening and mind-blowing. Like, how did they do that? Like, these dancers are so freaking talented. Another thing that I find really fascinating about the show is that they place the characters very carefully in the set in order to tell the story. Like, for example, Mariah Reynolds. Like, even after Mariah's big scene with the affair, she still lingers there in the background for a really long period of time, representing that the affair hung over Hamilton's marriage for a really long period of time. And I think that this was really smart storytelling. Also, the best thing about Hamilton is that unlike a lot of musicals which focus on the whole spectacle of the backgrounds, Hamilton really took the time to focus on the perspectives of each of the main characters throughout the story. And they really like go into like discussing their motives and their perspectives and how they feel about Hamilton. And at the same time, he makes every single one of the characters human. And Lin-Manuel Miranda does it so beautifully. Also, the best thing about it is that I went to see this during my graduation celebration, and it was actually the first time that I actually had to wait by the stage door to like get to meet like the cast. And when they came out, I literally got so many selfies with pretty much half of the cast, and I got like pretty much all of the main ones. And the best part about it is that I even got autographs from the cast on my playbill. Like you can even see James Monroe Iglehart's like signature and Sydney Winter's signature, but you can see like it has pretty much almost like six to seven signatures on there. And honestly, this is such a beautiful piece of memorabilia, and I'm just so thankful to have this. I will treasure this for the rest of my life, always. Kissy mark. Question 10. Have you read the book? Now, I never really read Ron Chernow's biography on Hamilton, but I'm willing to buy it and read it if I have the chance. However, there is a really good miniseries on PBS called Liberty, the American Revolution, and what that is, it's the story of the American Revolution told from the different perspectives on both sides during the war, and this means the British and the colonists, and it's a really cool series. And the best part about this show is that you got British historians and American historians talking about the different perspectives on both sides during the war. And another thing that I find really fascinating about that show is that they get actors to reenact and recite diary entries and letters and articles that were written around that time period. And it's a really great show to watch. And if you are a Hamilton fan or just a fan of American history, I would highly recommend this show, Liberty, the American Revolution. And this could give you a whole different perspective on the story of Hamilton, and it would all make sense to you a little bit. And also, friendly reminder to Hamilton fans, there is a little tune that plays in the background throughout the episodes that goes along the line of dun 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 dun, and maybe this will give you the chance to do the doo-doo-doo, like that little thing if you're ever given the chance, so look out for that one. Question 11. Favorite line in the show? Now, I know that there are many classic lines in this musical, but if I had to pick a favorite line, personally, my all-time favorite line is the one that is in Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story, that is near the end of the musical, and it goes along the lines of, when you're gone, who remembers your name, who keeps your flame, who tells your story? Now, not only is that line so haunting, but it's true. Because think about it. The story of Hamilton is not just about people who happen to be American figures in history, but it's the story about all of us. It talks about how we as people have the ability to leave behind something that people will remember us by. So in a way, we tell our own stories. We leave behind our own legacies. And I find that to be really touching, and it's a beautiful message to a lot of people. And I have to really thank Hamilton for that. And finally, question 12. 5 words to describe the show. Honestly, the 5 words that I have to describe in this musical are inspirational, relatable, intense, phenomenal, and real. And the reason why it's real, because the story is real. The people are real. The message is real. Everything about it is real. It's real to us. And that's all I have for my questions about Hamilton. And I just want to say to everyone out there who is watching this video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the questions and watch this video and hear what I have to say about this amazing musical about Hamilton. And honestly, this is really something that I really wanted to do because I've become such a fan of the musical that I feel really inspired to do Hamilton related content if I'm ever given the chance in the future. And also to all the Hamilton fans who are watching this video, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below and tell me, what does Hamilton mean to you? And also feel free to give me some ideas for a new Hamilton related video if you want to. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Mary Helsing, for more content in the future. So until then, I'll see you later. Rise up!